All right, everybody. We don't have music this week, or start off the new podcast due to copyright infringement. We had to change our name of our podcast, so our podcast going forward is called The Role Players. Thank you for listening, and of course, you have Hollis Dambino and Nappy G.
J Boogie without the hoodie.
And J Boogie without the hoodie. So, like I said before we started to talk about the NBA Finals. As you know, NBA Finals first game is tonight.
9 p.m.
9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And let's jump right on into it. No questions asked. Predictions.
We're going to go youngest first.
Nappy G. Talk to us.
Cavs and 7.
Why?
It's a lot of this speaks for itself. I don't think Curry and Durant are gonna let themselves get beat in less than 7 games. Because KD, I don't know, KD just been hungry this year. Like normally KD and Curry choked in the playoffs, but they've been solid the whole time. And then on the other hand, everybody's saying that Golden State gonna blow out the Cavs, but then Kyrie don't hit 60% 4 games in a row. I mean, he's on fire.
You mean shot 60%?
Yeah, he shot 60% from the field. And then they got the king. So it's just going to be who won it more when it comes down to game 7.
So Cavs and 7. J Boogie without the hoodie, talk to me.
My gut tells me go Warriors. Warriors in 6. But I feel as in it's just going to take 5 games. I feel it's just going to take 5.
He bold.
So I got Golden State in 5. I feel like only thing that's going to happen is Cleveland going to get 1 at their crib. And that's it. KD is just too hungry this season. He's just too hungry. Steph, too hungry. And I feel like Klay going to step up this series. He going to average like 15, 20 points. And when the Big Four is rolling, that's it.
You got to keep in mind that 2012 Oklahoma City Miami Finals when KD was scared to touch LeBron. Like KD wasn't trying to get nowhere in that vicinity. So
guess what? KD won it this year.
And yes, but think about that's LeBron
That's
prime.
That's prime LeBron.
Even though it's still considered prime, but this is when he just got to Miami and it started rolling.
It's
stuff started rolling. And think about it. That was a lockout year. Of course, OKC was going to make it there because they were a younger team. And they could afford to not play till Christmas Day then and get to the playoffs. Because a lot of the older teams, that's what hurt a lot of the older teams in that playoffs that year, is they didn't have that full training camp to get ready, with that. So I like how people, you're going to like how you're bringing that up. And let's be honest, KD got a better team going into this final than he did going into that final. The reason why I say that is because you don't have the James Harden that you have now, and you don't have the Serge Ibaka that you have now. You had all them younger guys. You saw what James Harden did, which he's being known to be when it's time for the big moment, he's not there to be around.
Russell won that triple-double machine back then.
And that's what I'm saying. So it was a different OKC team then than what they have now. If you could compare the OKC team then to this Golden State team, we know that Golden State team is a lot more.
Well, that Golden State team, they're good for their moments too.
This is also true.
Had a fair share of moments.
I think if Cleveland is physical with Golden State, I think that's where it's going to hurt Golden State.
They got to do it. Curry last year, they got to keep him off that 2-point line.
Yes.
They kept nudging them and hitting them with the double teams. They got to keep doing it.
Yes. Because any pressure on Curry, we know he will fold. He will get too complacent, throwing these behind-the-back passes for no reason, which he did in Game 7 last year.
I feel like that was last season. He was a little bit younger. He got a little bit more basketball IQ in the offseason. So he'll probably step back a little bit more and then pull it.
He don't have to.
But he don't got to pull it. See, that shows he's still immature yet. When you let Kevin run 18, you don't got to step back and pull it.
But you got to think about it. They also going to put a double team in the corner where KD is.
Which means either Klay or Draymond going to be wide open. See, I don't think like
that. See, but you gonna know something? That's the thing. They ain't gonna pull no defender off of Draymond nor Klay. They'll pull a defender off Zaza Pachulia, though.
Those guys all go to state. They just an offensive machine.
So you say Cavs in 7, Warriors in 5. So I'll end it and I'll say Warriors in 7. Only reason why I'm saying Warriors in 7 is because I need them. This finals needs to go 7 games to make up for the not so good regular season and the not so good NBA playoffs. So these finals needs to go 7 games. Either Cleveland wins or
Oh,
OKC wins. It just needs to go game. It needs to go 7 games to make up for the rest of the playoffs in the regular season. Because we knew this. Everybody said we knew this was going to happen coming into the year.
no worries.
Everybody knew this was coming into the season. So we have to make sure. I'm just saying we don't have to make sure, but I hope that there is a game 7 because it needs to make up for the rest of the season and the rest of the playoffs.
It's gonna come down to that crowd. That game 7 crowd.
And OKC does have the I'm sorry. Golden State does have the home court advantage, but as we found out last year, home court advantage doesn't matter.
All I can say
when you
from
got
last year.
LeBron.
All I can say from last year is if LeBron go around the open space instead of crossing over Draymond, that series is over in 5 last year.
That's also true.
That series is over in 5. I'm sorry.
also true.
Because Bogut probably never got hurt. The defense was there. So if LeBron do not cross over Draymond with all the open space around Draymond Green, laying on the ground, that series over in 5. I promise.
I got a quick question. What was that, Jay? You just did it.
My mama called.
But you thought it was on the go.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right, so let's break down the matchups. Let's say, all right, we got the categories. We're gonna go by starting. We're gonna break it down this way. We got starters, we got bench players, and we got coaching. Those are the 3 characteristics that we're gonna see which team. We'll debate which team has the best.
Start with coaching.
So
Start with coaching.
let's go coaching.
Go to state.
No, but wait, time out. Steve Kerr might not coach tonight.
No, he's not coaching. He's not
Even
coaching.
if Steve Kerr ain't coaching tonight, LeBron is the coach. Tyronn Lue lets LeBron call plays. Look, Cleveland runs that whoever offense with LeBron on the court because Tyronn Lue's not gonna tell LeBron what he ain't gonna do because LeBron is gonna do what LeBron gonna do.
So who do you give the nod to in coaching?
Go to state.
Golden State.
Golden State.
Golden State, and I will go Golden State. I feel the coaching will go to not unanimous on that one, and so we go. All right, now let's go with the bench. Who has the better bench?
Cleveland got some better.
Cleveland.
I think we all agree Cleveland got. Now, but I'll say Cleveland has the more veterans on their bench.
Yeah, they got the depth.
Cleveland has the bigger playmakers. Golden State has better depth. I put it. No, Cleveland has better depth. Golden State has better playmakers.
Okay, and what I'll say to add to that is that I think what's going to hurt their bench, what's going to help their bench and hurt their bench is the fact that they have an older team. And I don't think they'll be able to move around with I think some of them will. Like Darren Williams, this is his first time in the NBA Finals. He's either going to play good or he's going to choke in the finals. This is one of the two. He's either going to have a good game or he's going to have a bad.
No, Shannon Fry was on there last year.
Shannon Fry was on there last year.
Kyle
Korver, this is his first finals. No.
Yeah, it's Kyle Korver's first.
It is first finals.
He played for Philly and then he went to Utah and he went to.
But Philly went to
I don't think he
the
was
finals. I don't know if he was in the team.
On that option team.
Okay, was just making sure. I think he came a little bit after. So yes, it's Kyle Korver's first NBA Finals.
Who else?
I think that's just about it. Because Shump was on there last year. Shannon Fry was last year. Richard Jefferson was last year. Tristan Thompson was last year.
Yeah, they were on 2. I remember they said it on. They were showing it on the ticket.
I mean,
so it's Kyle Korver and Darren
if they
Williams.
play Walter Tavares, then it's gonna be his.
Yeah, Eddie Tavares, but he's not. He's a
reserve.
Yeah.
So we say go to. I'm going to give the nod to Cleveland as well. I think that their defense is either going to help them. I mean, their bench is either going to help or hurt. Either that's the only 2 options you really got. But I feel like if I had to choose either way, I still feel like they're going to be a little slower on defense, which that's been Cleveland's problem. If you really look at their games, they really haven't been playing good defense.
I feel like Cleveland going to do something crazy, drop back in the zone, let Curry run around, and Curry just going to light them up.
Now, I think they're going to do like you said earlier. They're going to make sure they hedge everything and make sure they trap on all picks.
All corners.
Yeah, they're going to trap on all corners and trap on all picks. So that means the big hedge to cut them off, and then the guard comes back and recovers and traps, so they get the ball off their hands. Because if they play them 1-on-1, I don't know if they want Curry to light them up. But if they do trap, that means they are going to leave somebody else open, so they're going to have to rotate. In Cleveland, Golden State does do a good job of moving the basketball.
You got to think about it. LeBron like helping that weak side defense. He'll run it.
This is true.
Run over there.
But if they keep them spread out, they can keep the ball moving.
Oh wait, you want to know something?
Kyrie and Steph cancel each other out. Neither one of them played 2 lockdown.
You know what I thought about? Last year finals, they left Harrison Barnes open. Who's there? Who's
Exactly.
the Harrison Barnes
Harrison
spot?
Barnes was missing.
Who's the Harrison
I don't
Barnes spot?
think KD gonna be missing them shots.
KD
Good
gonna have
point.
like 30 or 40 of them on the
Good point.
Drop them.
That's a great point because I don't think Harrison Barnes
Harrison
was
Barnes
missing
ain't there.
shots.
Last year, you could leave something JR open. They got Kyle Korver.
Now that's true. That I guess that is true. But let's.
KD is a
upgrade.
KD is a big upgrade. from
KD
Harrison
is
Barnes.
literally like Clay. Is not Clay. He's literally like Kyle, JR, and Shump put
put
together.
together.
If you include the 3 shooting, it's that how much a dynamic his offense.
And
So
and-
we both give the nod. We all give the nod to Cleveland on the bench. So now let's go starters.
I don't think that's the question. Go to for All Stars. But I will take the Instagram defense. I saw on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
And when we break it down position by position, I think a lot of people could be in agreement that Kyrie is this year at least a bigger playmaker than Steph Curry.
Yes,
And LeBron
that's a
is,
fair.
They fair.
So all right, so let's go starters first. So who got the
Point guard is fair.
I mean, no, I'm just saying we'll starting lineup. So we say
I say Golden State has the best starting lineup.
go to state.
Go to state.
I'll go to state as the better starting 5.
I can say if KD say he gonna not take max this year if he go free agent and they bring a big in, right?
All right, so now let's break it down. Starting 5. Point guard matchup.
Kyrie Irving.
Kyrie. Just
Even.
So you call it a draw.
Just even.
So I'll give the nod to Kyrie because Steph really has to step up, and I don't know when he's ever going to do that. So let's go 2 guards.
Clay.
Clay. Who's there 2 guard? JR? Is JR starting?
JR, Korver, doesn't matter.
Okay.
Clay.
Okay. So Clay. Yeah, I think we all believe. Now here, I'll say that for last. Power forward.
Dre plays defense. Dre plays defense.
I mean, they both. All right, here's the only nods that you can give Draymond over Tristan Thompson.
I mean, Garber. Kevin.
Oh, Kevin Love. I'm so tripping. I'm tripping. Ooh, never mind. That makes my whole snap.
Kevin Love.
Kevin Love don't play defense.
Now, yeah, that was always Kevin Love's knock too. Even in Minnesota, because he had to carry too much offense. He didn't really play too much
And
defense.
Kevin Love got the same problem as Steph Curry. You put a body on him, he's gonna be looking a little soft.
Yeah, but you leave both of them open and shooting wise. I'll give the nod to Draymond because Draymond does a lot more for Golden State than what Kevin Love does.
Heart and
For
soul.
You know something that's exactly what happened with Golden State defense. They'll put Draymond right there on the block, and if they get trapped, they dump it down to Draymond, and Draymond will sit right there in the post and wait for it. Whoever get open, kick it, wait.
So center position.
Tristan stronger.
Yeah, Tristan is going to outweigh Zaza or
Tristan is
JaVale McGee.
But JaVale is an athlete.
That's true.
But
But he's
Tristan
a
is a
dumb
class.
athlete.
Tristan is a class eater. JaVale's always gonna be strapped in the full MVP. That's just
Because
JaVale.
Tristan is the second chance guy. He's like, some could say, he's somewhat the heart. Well, we all know LeBron is the heart soul of the team, but you can say that Tristan Thompson is the one that does the glass
He's the
cleaning.
glue.
He's the other glue. He holds that front line, together. So yeah, I think we all give the nod to Tristan.
He's their defensive presence.
So here we go, small forwards.
King.
I can say I'm gonna give it to the King, but if Kevin Love Kevin Durant had the weight that LeBron have, it'd be even. I'm sorry, nope. Wait, timeout. I take that back. I give it to KD. Enzo Melo Jello. I'm sorry. Enzo.
Okay.
I mean, they both are stoppable. Just to put it that way. But I think LeBron got the edge because Kevin Durant can't do what LeBron do. But what I've seen in these playoffs, LeBron can take the 3-pointer, and he's doing it consistently.
Guess what? You want to know something? That's what Golden State gonna do. Let him shoot. God, let him shoot.
I would honestly let
I'll let
my
LeBron
strategy. I
shoot.
would let LeBron shoot all day. We can live and die by his jumper.
Hey, let him
But I would
shoot.
not. I'm not letting him get into the paint
Hey.
to where he can get fouls or kick out to get the shooters open. I would let LeBron. I would not mind letting. But to answer the question, I would say I'm only going King because if you look down in history,
King.
KD has never stepped up when it was time to face LeBron. It's like he was always scared of
I
him.
feel like it's his time. It's time.
I really do
feel
too.
it.
I really do feel like it's his time, but he got to show me first before I can say it.
But
he got to show me.
I'm gonna need 2 games.
Them arms is what?
We gonna see because only time I seen KD cook LeBron was during them summer league. I mean during them blockout games, and that's when it was just a freestyle game, and you could pull up and shoot on it. But when it was time, when it came to the playoffs and the finals and the series, KD was like nowhere to be found. So I gotta see KD do it before I give it to him.
Like, I'm the same way you are. There's no reason in the NBA Finals Russell Westbrook should be scoring 49 points. That's just with Kevin Durant on the team, and he's supposed to be the leader of the team. There's no reason people like Russell Westbrook and Serge Ibaka should be leading the team scoring at the time. Dude. But and then like I said it's just LeBron at the end of the day, and history's on LeBron's side.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I feel it's KD time. KD gonna get it this year. KD gonna get it. He gonna sign it. He gonna take the player off. You go back for another one, and then he just gonna find a way.
He going to Philly.
No.
2K done put KD on Philly 5 times. He going to Philly.
Oh Lord, he went to Clippers on one of my games.
He went to Washington. He went to Washington with me.
All right, when I played on my career, every time I played my career, he goes to Philly. But every time I do my league, he goes to the Hawks, and I just don't understand.
Wow, that's weird.
The Hawks had Millsap, Durant, Crawford, Schroeder, and Jamal Crawford, and Dennis Schroeder.
Okay, so that will end our finals recap or finals predictions preview of the role players, the newly appointed podcast role players. We will be back. We will redo a podcast tomorrow, and we will talk about game 1. And maybe we'll have a couple other folks that I'm pretty sure that'll watch. We'll have them get their opinions on game 1. And we'll have an in-depth podcast about game 1.
Quantum Larry here.
That's right. They will have them talk about it tomorrow. So with that being said, we'll see y'all.
Wait, I just gotta say one thing.
Nappy G, give us the final take before we head out.
So, if as you guys were listening, you noticed that I gave the advantage to go to state, but when the solo count came down, Cleveland outdid go to state on my list 3-2. But it's the intangible. Yes, Cleveland is a 3-point team. They can handle Golden State, but Golden State, they're just too dynamic when they play. If Golden State plays, how Golden State plays, they're just too dynamic. So it's gonna come down to LeBron and Kyrie. LeBron and Kyrie gonna have to save the team, basically.
So there you have it. That's Nappy G's final take, and we will see y'all after game 1 of the NBA Finals. Peace.